Hello everybody and welcome to a different type of video. This is actually an unboxing and review of this Elgato HD60 and this HDMI splitter I bought off of Amazon. Now if you don't know what these combination of items is for, it would be for recording PlayStation gameplay, and I'm not really going to explain why or how it works right now. I might do it later, but for now we're just going to start off with this Elgato and we will talk about it and how good I think it is. So I'm going to put this over to the side. We're actually going to open it up. Now it did come in this little box and it was wrapped. I've actually opened this and I've used it to review it, but fortunately the box goes back together just like it comes apart. So there's not a whole lot to it on the back. It just talks about how you can record in 1080p 60 and it's compatible with everything, including the software. Now there is no software packaged with this. You have to download it off of the website, so you will need an internet connection, but luckily you don't have to register your Elgato or anything. It didn't come with any type of warranty or anything like that, except for Amazon's warranty. So that is something to watch out for. And this is pretty much actual size. We're gonna actually open it up here. Just a little cover. Now my box is a bit pudgy because it's hard to get the cables back in here after they've been used. But this is basically just a flap that opens up. I don't think there's anything on the back. Nope. So it opens up, and there's wires in here, and this is the actual Elgato. So we'll leave that in here, and we're going to open this up. And this comes with an HDMI cable, just one, and this is compatible with every version of HDMI output that I know of. And it comes with the actual USB cable. Now this plug-in here is a bit odd. It's like the plug-in that is used for the PlayStation 3 controllers, and unfortunately I don't have one near me, but it is basically the same. Put that aside, and now we have the actual Elgato. So this is the HD60. On the left side you have the input and the cable to connect to it, and you actually have a audio in. I haven't found a use for it yet. I don't think most newer consoles are going to, but I'm sure there is some use. And then on the other side we have the audio, or the input out. That's kind of hard to explain, but basically this is the cable that's going to go to your TV. So mine actually spit on it a little bit. Mine has been used. It hasn't been dropped or anything like that, but seems pretty intact. It's pretty solid. Doesn't really seem like it would break if you did drop it. Looks nice and sleek. I'm putting some water on it now just to see how it dries up. Pretty much like you would expect it to. Now this middle bar here does actually light up, and whenever it loses connection to the computer it lights up red. Whenever you turn it on and it first makes connection, it lights up blue. Now something I would like to see in future iterations of this, especially since we have these cables that plug right in here, other way, to it, and then this would run to your computer. I want to see one of these with internal storage almost, and you could almost make one that would be pretty small. Just attach this to somehow manage to get it to write directly to a hard drive. I'm not in electronics or computer engineering, but that doesn't seem like it would be too hard. You could almost make one of these with internal storage and sell it that way. Maybe give it like a terabyte or something. It'd probably be a little bit more expensive. Definitely be another $100 added onto this. This was, I think it was $200. I want to say it was 200 USD. I'll put the price on screen now, but it was definitely worth it. We've recorded some stuff already with it, and it'll definitely get used a lot in the future. This does work with the Xbox One, Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3, and PS4. But I will talk about the PS3 and PS4 in just a minute. So I'm actually going to throw this back in the box, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. These cables are a bit tricky, and maybe I'm just bad at cable management, to actually get to lay in this box. Fold it up, because I like boxes. I'm a box person. So you can see that it kind of pudges out a little bit. I'm sure if people are better at this than I am, they can get it to go in normally. And it slips right back in here. And this casing actually does a really good job of holding together, holding it all in there. I'm going to set that up here. Hopefully it doesn't fall over on me. I'm gonna grab this splitter. Oh, and one last thing, those wires did come in a little package and they were zip tied, so they won't be loose in yours. Now this little HDMI splitter, I'm actually gonna zoom in a bit here, knocking the camera around just a bit. I'm actually gonna zoom in quite a bit. This little HDMI splitter is super useful, and it was $12. On one side it has the input for your HDMI and your power, which is what this goes to, and it has two outputs. So this power brick, just pretty standard. I'm sure you can find a lot of these around. Go to Radio Shack, I'm sure they have them. It outputs 1 amp, 5 volts, so kind of neat. But I did actually go into this expecting this not to need a power cable, and I thought in the back of my mind it probably does need one, but I didn't know how far the technology for this kind of stuff was along. It's not super expensive, so power cable is not too bad. Just want to make sure you have somewhere to plug it in. It's got a nice design to it. I can't tell you what brand it is other than that C and E. So that if I was going to buy this on Amazon again, that's what I would look for. Fortunately, I don't think I'll need another one. It did come with a little bit of damage. Trying to get a little bit of light on it. I hope you can see this. This right here was actually already damaged. So I don't know what was up with that. Doesn't bother me too much. I don't really care. I'm not trying to make everything look super fancy. It already does look really nice. None of the ports are loose or anything. Everything plugs in real nice and snug. These LEDs over here light up nice and bright. They are actually amazingly bright. I just realized I'm probably shaking the camera, and I'm not meaning to be, so I hope that I wasn't shaking it too bad. But so basically what this does is it takes one input and it splits it into two. So now I'm going to talk about why you need both of these. I'm going to zoom out now. Why you need both of these to record your PS3 gameplay. So the PlayStation 3 comes with an HDMI output, and that HDMI output is encrypted with what's called HDCP. And when you take that, it's for piracy protection. So basically what it does is it sends out a signal, and as long as it goes directly to the TV, it will show up on the TV. And if you try to put it in anything like the Elgato here, it will not go. The signal won't send. Or it won't. The Elgato can't unencrypt the signal or decrypt it, so the Elgato doesn't know what to do with it. Well, this little splitter right here can. Basically, it goes in, and I don't know 100% how it works. I just know that this splitter outputs that proper signal unencrypted from both ports, and the Elgato can pick it up. So the way it's going to work is you have your PS3 go into this, and then you have another HDMI cable that comes out. I use input 1. Comes out of input 1 and goes into the input on the Elgato, and then you have the output from the Elgato go into the TV. So you need 3 HDMI cables in total, and luckily the Elgato provides you with 1, and the PS3 provides you with 1, so you only need 1 extra, and it's nice and simple. Both of these products have worked amazing. The software for the Elgato is great. This doesn't need any software. I really couldn't have asked for a better deal on these. I did get the Elgato on sale, and I got the HDMI splitter for $12. So it really wasn't that bad. And this actually came with a Christmas sale, so it was a little bit cheaper. Not too much, but everything was great. The only thing, excuse me, I had a hair in my mouth. The only thing that really bothers me is this cable is so short. And if you know anything about wiring and soldering, you can probably make this cable longer, and it wouldn't be too hard. You just have to splice it open. I've actually thought about doing that. If I can't, I know some people who can for me. So that's going to be it for this video. I actually have some microphones to review next, so I'm going to do that, and that's going to be it for these unboxings. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want more of this stuff, let me know. I would love to do more of these unboxings. They're actually a lot of fun to do. This is my first one I've ever done, so let me know how it went. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.